Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our 2014 NFL Draft Special. We're going inside the war room with the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to take a look at their team needs to see what players could be possible selections to help fill those needs. But first, let's start off by taking a look at the upcoming picks that the Eagles have in this year's draft. The Eagles have 6 selections in this year's draft, no pick in the 6th round, and they're a very good football team with not a lot of holes, but there are some places where they can get better, like wide receiver. Now with Deshaun Jackson gone, both Macklin and also Aurelius Ben are coming off injuries, so there's a spot for a dynamic and explosive option on this football team. Also, with the talk of all-pro guard Evan Mathis being on the trading block, that could leave an opening on the interior, and on the defensive side of the football, I think depth within the front 7 should be a focal point in May's draft. Now, here are some quick notes to keep in mind while watching the video. Number 1, the picks are based off my own rankings of these prospects, and this is the Eagles portion of my total 7-round mock draft. And to view my big board and other teams' mock draft, visit the website footballgameplan.com/draft. With their first round selection, I have the Eagles taking Florida State's defensive tackle Timmy Jernigan, who at times can dominate up front, and while he's not the pass rusher or the elite prospect you expected him to be when he came out of high school, he's still a quality defender that could definitely help the Eagles out up front. In the 2nd round, I'm going with Jernigan's teammate, outside linebacker Christian Jones, and I'm a big fan of Jones, who's versatile enough to line up at defensive end, inside linebacker, as well as outside linebacker, and that type of versatility and athleticism would be a welcome addition to that front 7 of the Eagles defense. Robert Huron out of Wyoming is a tremendous player with the burst and explosiveness that would not only thrive in Chip Kelly's offense, but one that would also give opposing defenses problems each and every week. Bolstering the interior offensive line was one of my main points in the beginning of the video, and the Eagles address it here with guard Chris Watt out of Notre Dame. Whether they trade Mathis or not, Watt would give them much needed depth on the inside. I'm a big fan of Boo Boo Gates out of Bowling Green. He's a strong safety that's comfortable in coverage, so you can match him up versus tight ends and some wide receivers, and also physical enough to play close to the line of scrimmage in a pseudo-rover type role. He's also a very good return man, and that could make an immediate impact on special teams. And in round 7, the Eagles take a flyer on Larry Webster from nearby Bloomsburg University at 6'5", 250 pounds. The former basketball player is still learning the nuances of the game, but his raw athleticism, his length, as well as his closing speed to the quarterback offers up a lot of upside that's worth taking a chance on. So here's a recap of my Eagles-only mock draft. As you can see, the defensive front 7 was the focal point with Timmy Jernigan, Christian Jones, and also Larry Webster in round 7. We also added an explosive element on the offensive side with Robert Huron out of Wyoming. Chris Watt will provide depth along the inside that offensive line, and Jerry Boo Boo Gates, a versatile defender that can play either strong safety or even a linebacker role in certain sub packages. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Eagle fan forums for always showing football game plan support.